Hey guys, what's going on? Coach Justin from Ultimate Baseball Training, and in today's video, we're going to get into 3 tips for infielders. Now these tips, they're very simple, but they're often overlooked, and so I think it's very important if you're an infielder to revisit these 3 tips and make sure that you're doing all 3 of these things. Let's just jump right into it. All right guys, the very first infield tip I have for you in today's video is start from the ground and work up. All right, now again, this is simple, and this is something that you should have learned when you were a very young player. It's one of the first things that should be taught to an infielder, right? But a lot of times we forget about this. A lot of the times, no matter what position you play, you know, I see a lot of infielders present their glove at the last second, or they get lazy. They're lazy with their footwork, and they keep their glove up here, and then the ball's on the ground. They're approaching a ground ball, and at the last second, they try to go down like this to get it. Guys, that's not the way that our bodies are meant to work, and that's not the way that you're supposed to field a ground ball, right? You have to start everything low to the ground. So if I'm fielding this ground ball, it starts out by I don't run to the ground ball standing straight up, right? I have to be in an athletic position from the moment that I'm taking my pre-pitch creep steps to, you know, actually getting to the ball. I have to stay athletic. So I'm gonna round this baseball right, left, and from there, this is assuming the ball's hit right at me, I'm low to the ground, and I literally put my glove on the ground like this, and if it takes a bad hop, boom, boom, I can come up and I can get it. But it's easier to start down here, boom, come up like this, than it is to start high like this and try to stab down at it. You're gonna have a lot of balls go right underneath your legs if you do that. So I encourage you, again, make sure that you're doing this. Have a coach, or even better, videotape yourself fielding a couple ground balls. Make sure you're starting with your glove on the ground and then working up from there. And that's a ball hit straight at you, and it's the same if it's a forehand. We want to start down and work up, or if it's a backhand, nothing changes. Especially with a backhand, we want to start really low to the ground and work up if we have to. Don't start from the top and stab down. All right guys, moving on to tip number 2, and that is redirect, don't catch. Redirect, don't catch. And what I mean by that, you notice that I have a pancake on. This is a pancake glove. This particular one is by PB Pro, but you can get these from a variety of different brands. You can get them at sporting goods stores. I would highly recommend as an infielder you pick one of these up. But you'll notice this is a pancake. This is a relatively flat glove, and it's very, very difficult. I'm trying to squeeze it right now. You can't squeeze it. And so the purpose of this, one of the purposes of it, is you're not working on catching the ball, you're working on redirecting the ball when you field the ball or when you work on your double play feeds. And so that's what I recommend that you do. Get yourself a pancake and really work on, have a coach hit you ground balls, even if it's just from a short distance, and work on fielding the baseball out in front, having soft hands, but you're working on fielding it with this pancake, and there's a little teeny pocket, so you're fielding it in the pocket, but you're basically just redirecting it and then getting a good 4-seam grip so you can get to your throwing position. But I think a lot of infielders, you know, on ground balls, tight plays, they try to catch the ground ball, and then they have to reach in and really dig into their glove, and sometimes they have an issue with the transfer. We don't want to catch the ground ball and then have to dig in, reach into our glove. We simply want to basically slow it down with our pancake or with our glove and redirect it into our throwing hand, right? And the same can be said for a double play feed. Let's say I'm a second baseman and I'm about to get a double play feed from the shortstop. I want to be close to the bag, obviously focus on my footwork right, get my hands up here, and then when he makes that throw to me, I don't want to catch it in my glove and then have to, again, dig in there. And we're trying to be quick, we're trying to turn a double play here. If I catch that ball and then have to reach all the way in there and try to find the baseball, chances are that runner's going to be safe, right? So what I want to do instead is I simply want to, boom, redirect the ball. You see what I did there? Get my footwork down, he makes the throw, boom, I redirect it. Now you can squeeze it a tiny bit. You want to make sure that you secure the ball and the ball's not everywhere, but the whole point is work on redirecting the ball, not necessarily catching the ball. And you can do this off of a wall. That's a great thing to do by yourself with a tennis ball and with a pancake. You can throw the ball off the wall and again, work on developing soft hands, but work on redirection, not necessarily catching. All right, and tip number 3, the last tip I have for you in today's video, don't get in front of every single ground ball. And I know this is kind of counterintuitive because your entire life, your entire playing career, you've always been taught to get in front of the ball, right? And I'm not saying to not get in front of the ball. What I am saying is there are certain times when it does make sense to use a backhand or a forehand. That's why we work on it in practice, right? So I want you to get in front of as many balls as you possibly can. You want to get in front of as many balls as you possibly can. But let me ask you a question. Let's say I'm playing shortstop and the ball's hit to my backhand side. Now, I'm not lollygagging over there, obviously, right? I'm taking hard steps. I'm really trying to cover ground. But let's say the ball's here and it's one of those balls where I can barely get to it, and I have two options, right? Option number one, what you should do is you should just simply do a backhand there, field the ball cleanly, and then make the play, right? Remember, I'm digging, I can't quite get there. Oh, I'm gonna do a backhand. That's what you should do. This would be a time when you don't want to get in front of that ball, clearly, right? Because if I'm running, I realize I can't really get in front of this ball, but I'm gonna turn my body and try to awkwardly like this, that's no good. And the same can be said for a forehand play, right? And I know these positions look a little bit awkward, but trust me, I've seen some players do this. Would you ever field the ball like this? No, that doesn't look like a baseball player even, right? You wouldn't field it like that. It's much easier and it makes more sense to just turn your body, pivot your body, and again, let your momentum kind of carry you that way. This is not something though, a ground ball hit right at you and you're just gonna sidestep it and field it. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Get in front of as many ground balls as you possibly can, but if the ball's slightly out of your reach and you either have a choice of fielding it awkwardly like this or just simply turning your body and doing a forehand or a backhand, then be sure that you do that forehand or that backhand. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you apply these 3 tips if you're an infielder. And before you go, if you haven't done so already, what I want you to do is I want you to grab my free Bat Speed Boosters workout. This is a 100% free workout, but I guarantee it's gonna boost your bat speed and your power. All you have to do to grab it is just click on the link in the first comment below this video, okay? You just click that link. All I need is your email address so I know where to send this free Bat Speed Boosters workout. So go ahead and do that right now. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a like, I'd appreciate it. If you have ideas for future videos, get in the comment section and please let me know. And if you haven't joined the UBT family yet, hit that subscribe button. We're coming out with new baseball videos every single week and I don't want you to miss any of them. So hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and until next time, I'm out.